অর্থদের স্টেজের সামনে জানবি আর কাছে কাছে দেবেন
তোমরা দিকে খেলো
And Seymour have been brought forth for the reading of the will. I'm sure you're dying to see what will happen next.
Schmedley's castle. Soon the guests will be arriving for the reading of dearly departed Uncle Schmedley's last will and testament. But if you ask me, after spending 7 long years stuck in this thing, why this castle should be mine, and if I have my way about it, that will won't be read. Now that would be the door. Enter! Why, it's Master Seymour! Why, Seymour, after that long journey, you must be simply exhausted. Well, perhaps a nice cool dip in our moat will help get your blood circulating. Perhaps I should have warned him of those alligators. Seymour, did they get you? Where? Well, that's too bad, because as you can see, you're sitting on the wrong side of our moat. And if you wish to collect your inheritance, you must return. That is, if he can. So, Seymour, you're all set. Let's see it. Watch out for those alligators. And that giant leech. Hurrah! He made it. Well, Seymour, as you can see, your cousin Clyde and that sheriff are late. So if you'll be so kind as to take your bag and follow me, I will show you to your room. Walk this way. You're going to love your room. Seymour has an excellent view of the family cemetery.
Clyde has a very important question you'd like to ask, okay? Okay?
You sure?
All right, go ahead, Clyde, ask him. Hello, Clyde. You have a question? Ask him. Okay. Well, Clyde wants to know if you live around here. Don't go away. You're in show business.
thank you. Why, I've prepared some lovely hors d'oeuvres for you and the boys, Sheriff.
Oh,
Do enjoy them.
thanks a lot, mate. These look great. Okay, guys, I'm going to divide these up even, Steven. I don't want anybody touching anything until they're all divided. That way everybody gets a fair and equal share. Sit front. Okay. There's one for Seymour, and there's one for Clyde. And then there's, oh, that's about a half. There's 1.5 for Seymour. There's 2 for... You stole those fish. Yes, you did, Clyde. You stole the last plate there. You most certainly did. Yes, you did, Clyde. Because I saw you. They saw it. You stole it, Seymour. That's right. Do you know what happens to sea lions get caught stealing fish around here? Show them, Seymour. Okay, so you boys better just watch your steps.
Sheriff,
Yes.
I propose a toast to our dearly departed Uncle Schmedley.
Well, that's a great idea, Mae, but these cups you brought out are empty.
Why, that's no problem. We'll just fill them up with a nice chilling can of Pepsi. Sheriff?
Thank you.
Boys, to Uncle Schmedley.
That was refreshing. Enough clowning around, enough stalling. You clean this mess up. We've got to get down to business anyhow, what we came here for, and that's the reading of Uncle Schmedley's will. Now, what did I do with that will? Let's see. I took it out of that safe right over there. I wandered around it for a little while, and I decided that I needed to put it someplace safe and out of reach. Now, I didn't give it to Seymour. I didn't give it to Clyde. I certainly didn't give it to that maid. Now, it's got to be here someplace. If I just retrace my steps, it's bound to show up. The will, the will, the will. What did I do with that will? It's got to be here someplace. Let's see here. Let's see. I've got to find it and read it, find out what Clyde... Hurry up again. I've got to find it and read it, find out what Clyde gets, what Seymour gets, what the state, local, and federal taxes are. Now, it's got to be here someplace. If I just think about it for a minute, it's bound to show up. The will, the will, the will. You know, it's probably so close I can almost touch it. If I just retrace my steps... now, let's see. I put it by a picture. It wasn't that picture. It was another picture. It was a big crooked picture. It was this guy who was wearing a hat. Now it's got a cock and what's that big mustache. If I place it, if I just retrace my steps, it's bound to show up. Let's see. I put it by the fireplace. I remember now. I put it on the mantle. Ink is gone.
About time.
We're gonna have to split up and find that will. We're gonna have to search this castle from top to bottom, from back to front. I'm gonna need a volunteer to check the back of the house. Seymour, can you do that for me? Will you do that? Great. Go make a good and thorough search of the back of the house. Clyde, take the maid and go search downstairs. I'm gonna look outside. We'll search till we find the will.
Well, Clyde, that leaves just you and me out here, so if you will, kindly walk. Let's walk this way.
Technical difficulties. Please hold. Oh, trained otter. I lost my weasel. Mister, I'm warning you. You better hold it right there. I mean it too. Freeze! Wait a second. I recognize that mug anywhere. Uncle Schmedley, is it really you? It's him. Hey everybody, Uncle Schmedley's not dead. He's alive!
Alive, alive, alive. Our Uncle Sandy isn't dead. He didn't take a dive. Sandy's alive, alive. Sandy, it's not a joke. He didn't go away. Sandy.
Smedley, like I think it is, then how come he doesn't look anything like his nephew Seymour, huh?
Well, that's simple, Sheriff. That's because Uncle Smedley here is a walrus. And Smedley, why, that was a terrible thing you did coming out here and squirting down all our guests. I think you should apologize to them with a great big kiss. But Smedley, you have some explaining to do. Just where in the world have you been for these last 7 long, long years anyway? Huh? That part. Smedley here says he's been down in the dungeon hosting a party.
A dungeon party! That's great! Now that Smedley's here, we don't have to read his will.
That's right, Victor. So I suggest we all return to the dungeon and continue the festivities. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of SeaWorld and Pepsi, we hope you've enjoyed your visit to the castle. Come back and cheers again real soon. Bye-bye.
Udah boleh dalam tuh. Anggur sekarang apa lagi? Betul itu. Ini satu tol aja tuh.
Right before the regular schedule, 2:45, then you can show. Thank
As can be, and some we've had a chance to there's many more you will see that join our SeaWorld family. We hope that you make friends before you go.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the beautiful Dolphin and Whale Stadium. How many of you are here at SeaWorld for the very first time? Well, it looks like we have a lot of new friends with us here today. That's good, you're in for a special treat. We've gathered together a group of unusual animals for the very first time. Some, like our bottlenose dolphins, you might already be familiar with, but others are brand new to the SeaWorld family.
The most common of all the whales are the Pacific and Atlantic bottlenose dolphins. We'd like you to get to meet ours right now. From off the coast of California, this is our Pacific bottlenose dolphin. His name is Kai. Coming up in the center of our pool is one of our newest performers. His name is Starbuck. And with a style all his own, here's Diego.
Now, dolphins are strong and powerful swimmers, and at top speeds, able to leap high above the surface of the water. We'd like to demonstrate this right now using all 3 of our dolphins. We're going to have Starbuck help set this up. We're very proud of Starbuck. He's one of over 45 dolphins born right here at SeaWorld. And through research and observation, we've been able to establish successful breeding programs with not only our dolphins, but with sea lions, harbor seals, beluga whales, and even killer whales, including our newest addition, Baby Shamu. So as soon as all 3 dolphins are ready, they'll be on their way. And there they go. First, they'll be making a sighting bow in the corner of the pool. And then communicating as they dive all the way to the bottom. And coming up and over, this is Kai, Diego, and Starbuck. Well, you may have noticed that one of our dolphins looks a little bit different than the others, and that's Kai. He's our Pacific bottlenose dolphin. He's darker in coloration and larger in size, and we've also noticed that Kai has an incredible ability to jump. Not as high as you just saw, but we're going to raise that hurdle rope up a whole lot higher.
Sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
All right, Kai. If you're all set, you're on your way. Now, when Kai gives us his sighting bow, I need everybody to help cheer him on. Here he comes. This is High Flying Kai. That was a terrific effort there, Kai, but I think you hit the rope, didn't you? Would you folks like to give Kai another chance? Okay, well, we'll see if he's up for it. The idea of it, Kai, is to clear the entire rope without hitting it. He just brushed his pecs on that a little bit. Okay, you're all set. One more time, Kai. This time he really needs to hear from you when he gives him his sighting bow. One more time, High Flying Kai. That was much better, Kai. Well, folks, you're now in for a very special treat. As a matter of fact, it's a SeaWorld original. It's what we call the Roman ride. Ladies and gentlemen, Starbuck, Diego, and Jeff with the Roman ride. Would you folks like to see that again? I thought you might. You may have saw we had 2 trainers out along the glass, and in the corner they have these poles with little floats on the end of them. Those are called targets. And our whales and dolphins are taught to come and touch their nose or rostrum to that. What we're trying to do is shape the route that the animals swim. And it looked like Starbuck and Diego sort of blatantly ignored this target tap here in the corner. So Stacy's going to hold the target as far out in the center as she can. And we're going to be looking for Diego and Starbuck to commit going into that corner as opposed to cutting it. Because if they did that, each time they do that, they'd start cutting corners sharper and sharper, and pretty soon they'd be picking Jeff up and bringing him right through the gate. Okay, we like to give our animals an opportunity to succeed, so we're going to give them another chance at this. There they go. There goes Jeff. Our Our bottlenose dolphins will be back a little later on in the show, but right now it's time to meet some more new friends. Well, the next whales you're about to meet are often seen in the company of bottlenose dolphins. As a matter of fact, one of them happens to be our largest performer here at the Dolphin and Whale Stadium. She weighs over 2,500 pounds and is 16 feet in length. She eats between 90 and 100 pounds of fish and squid each and every day. She's a full-grown pilot whale, and her name is Bubbles. Okay, here she comes. Now, coming out with Bubbles this afternoon are two newer performers to our Dolphin and Whale Stadium. Their names are Nikki and Asia. Now, Nikki and Asia are Sidorcas. Sidorca means false killer whale. Now, they've been in training now a little over 6 months. We're going to be bringing them alongside Bubbles so you can get a better comparison between Sidorcas and pilot whales. Now, pilot whales have some very fascinating characteristics. The first and the most obvious is that large bulbous forehead, or it's called a melon. This is the region of the whale's body that facilitates its echolocation. Now, echolocation is a type of biosonar that whales and dolphins use in their search for food. Do not have any true vocal cords, although they can make sounds or what we call vocalization. Now they do this by expelling air out of the blowhole on the top of their head. See what a Sidorca sounds like first. Nikki and Asia just learning how to do this. We're going to give them another chance. Nikki was a lot louder last show. No, it's not a squirt, Nikki. When they first start learning things, they have a tendency to experiment. Now, pilot whales have very long, sickle-shaped pectoral flippers, whereas the Sidorca has a very short, stubby flipper. Now, they use these flippers on the side of their body for steering and stopping, but Nikki and Bubbles also know how to use theirs for waving hello. Focus your cameras about right here in the center of our pool. We're going to ask Bubbles to bring all 2,500 pounds up and out of the water one more time in a procedure that we call a breach. There's the signal and she's on her way. One more time, here she comes. This is Bubbles. Now, pilot whales and Sidorcas, like most toothed whales, are very social animals, and they can often be seen traveling with groups of other whales and dolphins. Right now, we'd like to bring out 3 more Bubbles friends. 2 of them are white-sided dolphins by the name of Jump and Jet, and the third is a Delphinus by the name of Cooper. Now, both white-sided dolphins and Delphinus can often be seen traveling on the bow wakes of ships at sea that can reach speeds of up to 22 miles an hour. perform aerial leaps and somersaults, all as a natural performance. Just figure out how to stop them. There you go. Well, we've discovered that our white-sided dolphins are not only a very high-energy animal, they're very social, and as you're about to see, they can be a lot of fun.
Look.
Well, considering these animals come from different oceans of the world, we're very excited to have them all in the same pool together. So once again, we're going to bring out all of our new friends.
New friends.
focus your attention to the orange ball high above our pool. Once again, our highest flying dolphin, Kai. And one more time in the center of our pool, Bubbles. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you've enjoyed your stay with us here at the Dolphin and Whale Stadium. Have a great day here at the park. Come back again and see us real soon. Goodbye.
Here he comes.
Qué lindo.
Give him a fish so the fish is off. There he is.
There you go, Tommy. Okay. Like you have a fish.
Jimmy, while we do that, why don't we look at some of the physical adaptations that make killer whales so unique? Now, the most obvious thing is their size. They're huge. In fact, baby Shamu, when she was born, was 6.5 feet long, and we estimate weighed close to 250 pounds. Now, when the baby is full grown, she can be over 20 feet long and will weigh somewhere near 10,000 pounds. Now, something else you can't help but notice on a killer whale is that striking black and white coloration. Now, this disruptive pattern actually helps disguise their body shape, possibly confusing some would-be prey. Now, we have a question for all the kids out there in the audience. How many of you kids think that Shamu is a fish? All right, now how many of you think he's a mammal? Well, good, because Shamu, like all whales and dolphins, is actually an air-breathing mammal who is adapted to a watery environment.
Shamu, why don't you go out and give everyone a big wave hello?
Now, right now, Shamu is waving at you with his pectoral flipper, and although this flipper appears featureless, if you were to look at an X-ray, you would see the elements of the forelimbs of land mammals, and a bone structure similar to that of the human hand. All of these features and adaptations do much more than ensure Shamu's survival in a harsh environment. In fact, they combine to make him the top predator of the sea. There's no disputing that he has earned the name killer. His teeth are 44 in number, conically shaped, designed for ripping and tearing. But probably the most important factor in confined to the water. No matter how many times we see this, it still almost defies the imagination that a creature has the power to propel as much as 8,000 pounds completely up and out of the water. Shamu. Hollywood series stayed since Spain with Shamu has been primarily in teaching him to respond to a series of different hand signals. Shauna, why don't you go ahead and give us a demonstration?
Okay, well not only do we use hand signals, but also we use body language. Right as soon as we get Porky up over here, I'm going to march in place. We'll watch and see what Porky does. Okay. Porky has the idea, lifting her tail flutes nice and high. Something we call a lobtail.
That's great, Shauna, but we get to do this every day, though.
Well, I'll tell you what, why don't we let everybody join in on the fun?
Okay, and that's what we'll do right now, folks. Right now, Shauna's going to be heading out over on your right-hand side along the glass with Shamu, and coming out right now along with trainer Curtis Lehman. Ladies and gentlemen, Can Do and our newest star, Baby Shamu.
That's right, everybody over on this side is going to get a chance to meet Porky up close and personal.
Hey, Candy, why don't we start things off with a big wave hello? Everybody gets a chance to see Baby Shamu real close here. Shauna, why don't we start things off by grabbing a few volunteers so we can show everybody how well the whales can see through this acrylic.
Okay, I've got a volunteer right here. To tell you what we're going to have you do. Just turn around a big circle. There you go, and watch Porky and see what she's doing. That's a procedure we call a hula. Hey Curtis, I have an idea. How about we try a hand signal this time?
Okay, we're still doing a few mimic behaviors over here. There you go. So, Shauna, you want to try something with an adult volunteer? Hello, Shauna.
Okay, we're all set on this side.
For the hands over the head maneuver?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, well, I'll need an adult volunteer real quick. When I count to three, just out like this. You throw your arms over your head. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. How about a big round of applause for both our volunteers? Well, right now I'm going to need the help with this section right here in the center. We're training Can Do to watch the audience, and on your signal do something spectacular. So I need this entire section to stand up. Okay, now when I count to 3, throw both your hands straight up over your head. You can trust me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Candy saw you and she's on her way. She's getting set to jump for joy, and she'll spread some of that joy all over the first 5 rows. Ladies and gentlemen, now that you've gotten some idea of some of the things we've been able to teach the killer whales, maybe we should consider something even more important. And that's what the whales have been able to teach us. Now here at the Shamu Stadium, we're constantly learning. Perhaps someday, some of the things we learn will help us develop new ways of communicating with the whales. First of all, we need to learn everything we can about how they communicate with each other. Curtis, can you explain what Shamu's doing? Well, Candy is doing what's known as a lobtail. It's something we observe Can Do and the other whales doing on their own in between shows and in the back pool. Now, do you have any idea why they slap their tail on the surface of the water like that? Not exactly, but we do know that it makes a loud sound that can be heard for quite a distance. Well, Curtis, why don't we point out some of the other sounds that Shamu can make? Okay, well, Candy can make a wide variety of sounds right out of her blowhole. Let's listen.
Thank you, Can-Do. Now, some of you folks might be wondering if these sounds can be heard below the surface of the water. Well, let's find out. I'll roll Can-Do over. We'll turn on our microphones and we can listen underwater. I wanted her to roll over and slap her tail flips on the water. Just place the palm of my hand to the end of her rostrum. Good, Can-Do. Now, obviously, in communicating with Can-Do, there is a great barrier. She is a creature of the water, and we are of the land. Now, while she cannot enter our world, we can enter hers, at least for a while. As you can imagine, it does take quite a strong relationship between Curtis and Can-Do for her to allow him in the water with the new calf. But he does enter the water with the greatest care and concentration, using everything he has learned in training, sight, sound, and touch, to remain in complete control while he asks Can-Do to perform with him. So let's just watch Curtis and Can-Do, and maybe we can even learn something ourselves.
There is a quest some people share, a fascination for all living things, miraculous and rare. To learn, to open shining new frontiers. The quest can be found far away, sometimes very near. To touch the sea, to breathe the fall,
or observing her. But sometimes we just want to have some fun. So what do you say, Can-Do? Let's bring Shamu back out here as well as Corky. And let's get some of these people wet. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, that was Can-Do and our newest star, Baby Shamu.
Darlene lowering two 40-foot target poles over the surface of the water. Okay, we're all set. And they're off. Now this is something a little different for Forky and Shamu.